21 million voters are now registered in California. That's the most in years, and it seems young and first-time voters are leading the charge here. But there is concern people may not follow through and cast their ballots this November. I-Team investigative reporter Lolita Lopez joins us now with the story. Lolita.
Yeah, Carolyn, groups seeing a huge increase, millennials and Gen Zers. More than 30% of registered voters in California are now under the age of 35. And community leaders are working with voters, especially those new ones, to make sure they know how to vote. Election officials, they're getting ready too.
There's a sense that people want to be heard and they want to participate in this election. So we're preparing for high voter turnout.
LA County Registrar Recorder Dean Logan anticipating a big turnout of voters in November. Very likely if you look at voter registration. The I-Team analyzing numbers from the Secretary of State that show 83% of eligible voters are now registered. It's the highest number in decades. San Bernardino, Riverside, and Orange counties seeing a huge jump since midterm elections in 2016. Los Angeles County leading the way with an increase of more than 640,000 registered voters.
Now it's just a matter of getting those voters out to vote and making sure that they get their ballot in timely and that it's counted.
And trying to do just that, Christian Arana and the folks at the grassroots organization Latino Community Foundation.
Our number one focus here is to make sure that people vote early and they vote by mail.
And now that all registered voters in California will be getting mail-in ballots, the goal is to help them avoid past mistakes, like forgetting to sign their envelopes or turning their ballots in late.
I've been making sure that people have the resources to convene people virtually or on Instagram or whatever platform to share these types of knowledge, because we cannot let the fact that people just didn't know how to vote actually prevent them from voting.
And he says make their voices heard with the estimated voting power Latinos have here.
84% of Latinos in the state of California have a plan to vote.
This recent report by the Public Policy Institute of California shows Latinos make up 21% of all likely voters in California, many under the age of 35, like Arana himself.
We want health care, we want a house, and we want an education.
But Arana says the top issue for Latino millennials is the government's handling of the COVID-19 crisis, which has taken a disproportionate toll on Latino communities. They're also concerned about the White House and local leaders' response to Black Lives Matter demonstrations.
Whether or not I will actually go out to vote for you is in the context of, well, how do you treat me, my family, and my history?
Yet another interesting note here, 24% of the number of new registered voters in the state have no party preference. Now, one of the biggest hurdles, Arana says, is to make sure voters weed through the disinformation about mail-in ballots and also about voting in person and understand that there are many options for them to vote early, safely, and make it count. We have a lot more information on our website, too. That's NBCLA.com. For the I-Team, Lolita Lopez, NBC4 News.